The breeze off Clearview Lake was cool and sharp, carrying the scent of pine as I, Nathan Caldwell, cast my line from the rickety dock behind my family's cabin. It was supposed to be a quiet Sunday morning, a rare break from the chaos of the city, but the hum of an electric scooter told me peace wasn't on the menu. I'd inherited this place from my uncle 3 years ago, a haven nestled in Willow County, but lately, it felt more like a battlefield. Cynthia Reynolds, the self-appointed queen of the local HOA, had been gunning for me since I moved in, and today, her scooter's whine meant she was back for another round. My laptop, propped on a cooler beside me, showed her live stream already buzzing. 3,800 viewers, hooked on her latest crusade. I'd spent $900 on ads to amplify her audience, ensuring her downfall would play out in front of thousands. This wasn't just a fishing tripe, it was a trap I'd been setting for months. Cynthia rolled up, her phone mounted on a gimbal, ring light blazing like she was filming a blockbuster. Her navy blazer screamed authority, embroidered with Willow HOA President in silver thread. "Viewers, we've got a trespasser at our private lake," she bellowed, her voice a mix of panic and glee. "He's been squatting here for hours, probably dangerous." Donations poured in $35, and the first minute his comments lit up. "Get him, Cynthia. Call the cops." I kept my face blank, reeling in my line slowly, noise-canceling earbuds in place. I wasn't ignoring her for kicks. This was strategy. Cynthia fed on drama, and my silence was like starving a fire. I'd studied her for 8 months, her Sunday 1 p.m. streams, her spikes in donations at $250, her inevitable 911 call when the cash hit $400. Today, I'd staged my fishing gear to look menacing, rods fanned out, tackle box sprawled, a cooler that screamed, "I'm staying forever." To her viewers, I was a threat. My screen showed her audience climbing to 5,200, with comments like, "Why's he so calm?" Total creep vibe. As her donations hit $200, I texted my attorney, Rachel Monroe, "Showtime in 90 seconds. Evidence ready?" Her reply was instant. "All set. Cameras rolling. Crush it." Cynthia's performance escalated, her voice quivering as she whispered to her phone, "I'm terrified, but I'm doing this for our safety." The counter hit $410, and right on schedule, she dialed 911. "Emergency. There's a dangerous man at our lake, refusing to leave. He's threatening Mez and help." Her hands shook just enough to sell the act, but I was rearranging my tackle box, calm as the lake itself. She had no clue she'd walked into my endgame. Cynthia's campaign against me started the day I moved in. Fake noise complaints, citations for unapproved dock repairs, even claims I was stealing lake water. All of it streamed live to her growing fan base, who ate up her heroic narrative. But her greed made her sloppy. I'd documented every lie, every false report, every donation spike tied to her stunts. Today was about dismantling her empire. Sirens cut through the air, and Cynthia's eyes gleamed. "Justice is here," she told her 6,900 viewers. "This squatter's done." Sheriff Baxter stepped out of his cruiser, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. "Mrs. Reynolds, this is your 14th emergency call this year," he said, voice heavy. "That's $16,800 in taxpayer money." Her smirk wavered as I pulled a folder labeled Caldwell Properties, Willow County from my tackle box. Baxter's eyes widened, a flicker of unease crossing his face. "Sheriff, I've got something to clear this up," I said, standing and brushing off my jeans. Cynthia screeched, "Those are forged. He's a hacker." But Baxter was already flipping through my documents. A 2020 deed proving I owned the cabin, built in 1948, long before the HOA's 1995 formation. "Ma'am," he said, "Mr. Caldwell's ownership is airtight. Your HOA has no claim here." Cynthia's face crumpled, cycling through shock and fury. I turned my laptop toward Baxter. "Sheriff, there's more. I've tracked her scams." A spreadsheet showed her 911 calls synced with donation surges. $7,200 fleeced through fake sob stories about protecting the community. Neighbors, including old Mr. Hensley, started murmuring. Mr. Hensley, who'd been fined for parking his truck wrong, shouted, "She's been lying to us." Then Cynthia's son, Tyler Reynolds, stepped forward, clutching a stack of printed emails. Mom's been coaching HOA leaders nationwide to siphon funds, he said, voice low but firm. She called it revenue optimization. It's theft. The crowd gasped as Rachel set up a projector on Baxter's cruiser, displaying a brutal financial breakdown. HOA fees had doubled from $200 to $400 monthly, supposedly for lake maintenance. Instead, $4,500 went to Cynthia's streaming gear, $6,000 to a leased Mercedes, $5,800 to luxury spa visits, all billed as community expenses. Mr. Hensley yelled. We funded her vacations. Cynthia's live stream, peaking at 7,500 viewers, turned chaotic. Scammer. Liar. Her audience dropped to 2,800 as clips of her exposure went viral. Sheriff Baxter produced a warrant, cuffing Cynthia as her phone, still streaming, hit the ground, capturing her arrest from a humiliating angle. The community voted on the spot. Cynthia out, Mr. Hensley in as interim president. But my folder held a bombshell. As neighbors dispersed, FBI agent Torres approached. Mr. Caldwell, we need to talk about your holdings. He studied my documents, his jaw tightening. Caldwell Properties owns 70% of Willow County. I nodded. The library, the strip mall, the business park, all mine. Cynthia hadn't just targeted a cabin owner. She'd picked a fight with the county's biggest landowner. Torres dropped a bombshell. A fraud ring, masterminded by Apex Realty, our rival, had hit Caldwell Properties across 6 states. Cynthia was a puppet, fed lies about my uncle stealing her family's land in the 1940s. Old records showed my uncle, Henry Caldwell, had bailed out her great-grandfather, Joseph Reynolds, during the Great Depression, letting them keep their cabin while he developed the surrounding land. The Reynolds family, employed by us for generations, rewrote history to paint us as villains. Apex fueled Cynthia's grudge, training her to embezzle and tarnish our name. Cynthia's saga hit a new low when she live-streamed a botched jailbreak, wedging herself in a duct while ranting about corrupt guards. The internet dubbed her HOA Houdini, her video racking up 2 million views. She served 5 years, emerging to work quietly at a fraud prevention nonprofit. Tyler joined the FBI, turning his mother's crimes into a mission to stop financial scams. Caldwell Properties launched anti-fraud software, saving 47 communities $6 million. Willow County flourished under Mr. Hensley's transparent leadership, with new playgrounds and a community center. 5 years later, as I fished at my dock, an encrypted text froze me. Caldwell expansion on track, but old enemies are regrouping. History repeats. A torn page from my uncle's journal hinted at hidden grudges. Some families never forgive. Watch the shadows. Who sent the warning? What vendettas linger? From a simple fishing trip, I'd exposed a corporate plot and learned that power means safeguarding trust, not exploiting it. Cynthia's quest for fame broadcast her ruin, proving that communities thrive on truth, not deception.